Hi everybody. Okay, so today I'm going to work on flowers out in my yard. I've got a bunch of new fall flowers that I went and bought, and I'm going to plant them in that 3-layer thing I call it. And then I'm going to plant some in my flower bed and try to trim and get this cleaned up a little bit. It's the biggest mess you ever saw. This right here is called, it's either High Society Garlic or Society Garlic, and while it has beautiful purple blooms, and it blooms all year round, and it's a very nice plant, I mean, it's quite pretty, but it stinks, okay? Especially when you cut it, it stinks. It really smells like, and it's not that garlic stinks, but it just has a oniony, garlicky smell that will linger for a very long time. And I should have done this a couple days ago so the smell would have gone away, but I need to get it done today so when people come over tonight they can actually walk by here on the sidewalk. So that's what I got to do today, and I got a big old mess. And I got my gloves, but I had to take them off. Just got to show you what I'm doing. And that's one of those Dollar Tree lights. I don't know if we have enough light right now to light them up, but I need to get them all out of the, they're just like thrown all over. They got, well, when my husband mows, he has to take them out, and so I've got to put them back in, and hopefully they will light up tonight. And I just got a big old mess and a lot of work to do today. And tonight I'm going to be making pumpkin dump cake, and I will show you that tonight when I make it. So we will see you in a little bit, but for right now I'm going to be busy working out here. So we'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Okay, I got my fall motif going. Sorry, not only am I doing yard work, but next door they got their yard people doing yard work. So they're blowing and raking and mowing and weed whacking and making all kinds of noise. But I did my planting. I did this fall, whatever that is. I did my 3-layer things in some pretty fall colors. I got yellow and orange on top. I've got orange, yellow, and a little bit of like dark red pansies going. And then on the bottom I have some yellow Gerbera daisies, some yellow marigolds, and some more light yellow Gerbera daisies. And this mum thing, it fell off from the other one. I just stuck it in there. So that's that fall area. Then I swept my porch and vacuumed all the cobwebs off. Here it is, the Halloween, and I'm vacuuming all the cobwebs off. I used to buy, remember how, well, when my kids were little, we'd put the fake cobwebs up, but I don't even have to put fake ones up. I have real ones. But I vacuumed them off. And then I had a few left over, so I just planted them right there. And then I picked up those Dollar Tree solar lights and stuck them back in. And it's pretty very warm and sunny today, so they might give off a little bit of light tonight. So there's my flowers. I showed you Mama's flowers, and now there's my flowers. So you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Now I'm going to show you that pumpkin dump cake. I'm going to do a recipe video. So we'll see you later on this evening. Bye. Hi everybody. Okay, so now it's time to make pumpkin dump cake. So I have a can of pumpkin in here, and I already dumped it in here because it's too hard to do it with 2 hands. Now, I know this pan looks a little bit gross, but I made cornbread earlier, and I'm just going to go ahead and use the same bowl. Because, why not? The only thing that was in it was cornbread mix, which has eggs, milk, and the Jiffy cornbread muffin mix. So if a little bit gets in there, that's okay. It's no big deal. So to the can of pumpkin, I'm going to add 3 eggs that I already beat up. See, this is going to be hard with one hand. I just have to wipe that up later. So 3 eggs. Now the recipe calls for 4, but I discovered that if I only use 3, it works just fine and it's cheaper. So I just used 3. And we're going to add a can of the Carnation evaporated milk. You could use generic. Or this one, I think it's 12 ounces, so you add that. And what I'm going to do later is put some water in there and drink that. That's good stuff. I love that evaporated milk. So you mix that up, stir that all up, and then in here I have a teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of ground cloves, a half teaspoon of ginger, and a teaspoon of nutmeg. So I'm going to add that to it, and a cup of sugar. Okay, so we're going to mix that all up. It smells really good. The cloves and the nutmeg and the cinnamon smells awesome. Actually, I put a little bit more than a teaspoon of cinnamon because why not? You can't go wrong with cinnamon. Okay, so after you get that mixed up, that's good enough. It's going to all cook together anyway. Okay, so after you get that all mixed up, then you pour it in a 9 by 13 pan, and I have already sprayed it with cooking spray. Because I'm doing this with one hand, I'm going to scrape a little bit more out because I like to get it all. It's not perfectly blended, but that's okay. Man, I wish I had another hand. I'm going to have to sit you down for a minute because I need to use this hand to scrape it. Okay, so just hold on a minute. Okay, there. Got it all out now. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so I scraped it all out and I put it in there. And then you're going to sprinkle a box of yellow cake mix. I've already taken it out so I can do it with one hand. So this is just a box of yellow cake mix. And you're just going to sprinkle it on top like this. And I have my oven at 350. Okay, so you just sprinkle that on. Hence the name dump cake. Everything just gets dumped in. And then I'm just going to kind of, you know, spread that around. Okay, so that's done. And then you're going to put butter on top. Just going to dump that on. You could melt it first and then pour it on. That would be fine. I just cut it up. And now I'm just going to... It's kind of glopping together, but that's okay. So you could just put it in slices all around that, or you can melt and put it on. That would be fine. And then I'm going to sprinkle pecans on it, or walnuts, but I'm using pecans today. So I'm going to sprinkle that on. And then I'm going to bake this at 350 for an hour. And then when it's done, we're going to serve it with Cool Whip. Well, I don't have real Cool Whip. I have store brand Cool Whip. So then you serve it with that on top. And it is delicious, and it makes your house smell amazing. So I'm going to get it in the oven, and I'll show it to you when it's done. So here's the pumpkin dump cake when it's done. And so I'm having a piece on my plate with a little bit of Cool Whip on it. I also have fruit, which is honeydew, watermelon, and cantaloupe. And my candy dishes and my 2 Halloween decorations. And I have water. And that's what's for dessert tonight.